This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
Hey everybody, welcome once again to Groomer Humor on Pet Life Radio. We are your hosts. I'm Rudy V, along with my son, Anthony Ray. We got a really great show lined up for you guys today. Today's topic is, do you have what it takes to be a dog groomer? Really tough question, guys. Do you have what it takes? Do you love animals? Can you handle animals? Are you good with your hands? Are you good with people? Do you have patience? Are you good under stress? Are you good on your feet? I mean, there's just tons and tons of questions that come to be when you're asking if you have what it takes to be a dog groomer. So we're going to answer all these questions and much, much more when we come back on Groomer Humor.
Tired of wasting money on giant bags, boxes, and jugs of litter that don't last? Switch to World's Best Cat Litter, the only litter that lets you use less and get more. World's Best Cat Litter uses the concentrated power of corn to deliver outstanding odor control and easy cleanup. It's lightweight, 99% dust-free, and pet, people, and planet-friendly. It's even flushable. Make the switch to World's Best Cat Litter and save $2. Visit www.saveonworldsbest.com.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back to Groomer Humor, guys. Before the break, we were talking about the topic of, do you have what it takes to be a dog groomer? Boy, you know, Ant, this is a big question for a lot of people. I think dog grooming is kind of like the only thing that I have what it takes to do, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not that good at anything else, to be honest with you.
What did you do before dog grooming?
Oh, yeah, no, before, that's a good question. Before, my first job was a warehouse job in Elizabeth, New Jersey. And after about a week, my boss came up to me and asked me if I know how to drive a high-low.
Ooh, what is it? What is a high-low? I think I caught that.
I was like, a high-low? What do I know how to drive a high-low? What's a high-low? Yeah.
What is a high-low? I think I have that.
You think you have that? No, it's not something that you have. It's not a sickness. It's a machine. It's like a forklift. You don't catch it. It's a forklift.
I thought it was like like how you feel sometimes. Like I feel high sometimes. I feel low sometimes.
No, okay. Like obviously, right now you must feel high because what a question.
Screw you.
What did you do before dog grooming, Ann?
Oh, I'm Taco Bell, beer, rollerblading.
Listen, beer and rollerblading don't mix.
No. The great thing though is when they mixed sometimes because you could do something really stupid and think you looked really cool doing it.
I don't even know if Taco Bell and rollerblading mix.
Oh, it didn't. If you see some of my old videos, you could see, wow, how did you weigh that much and jump off of something that high?
Yeah, I remember you like trying to do tricks on the rollerblades, and you'd be like, "Yo, Dad, did you see that?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like, what did he do?
What'd you do? I turned around.
Did you see me?
Around real quick.
I spun around and took a bite of my burrito and sipped my beer all at the same time. You didn't see that? No, I mean job-wise.
Job-wise.
What did you do?
I mean, I tried. Remember, I tried a bunch of stuff. I never really fell into. I tried everything too. I worked at a grocery store with like 10 of my friends, and within a year, we were all gone except for one. Because it was only fun. Yeah, it was only fun for like a week until the first time nobody had a shift together, and then it was just like, okay, I hate this job now. Then most recently was the metal stamping factory. For anybody who doesn't know what that is, it's like you find all these tools and stuff, and you put them in a machine, and it stamps holes into sheets, different types of metal and steel and stuff like that for whatever the customer's project they're working on. And that was, man, dude, it was like I would spend like an hour looking for a specific, everything is very specific. It's down to a centimeter, and I'd spend an hour looking for the right tool, punch the hole in the metal and then take it to the inspector, and he'd say, it's off by a smidgen and off of the centimeters, the smidgen of the centimeter half.
You got to do it again.
Yeah, you got to do it. Go find a better one or sharpen the one that you found. It was a nightmare. A lot of exercise, though.
Well, listen, thank God dog grooming found you then, because I don't want to drive a high-low anymore, and I'm sure you don't want to risk getting your hand stamped off with a metal thingamajigger, whatever you had there.
The old metal press. Yeah.
Yeah, right. The old metal press.
Yeah, they sounded so nice too. It was.
I think that was Eminem's job in 8 Mile. That's what he did.
I think it was too.
That was his job.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Absolutely.
Right. Well, anyway. Well, we became dog groomers, so let's be thankful for that. But again, let's get to this topic here. Do you have what it takes? Right off the bat, do you love animals? I think this is number one. You can't do this without loving at least dogs and cats. I mean, you don't have to be a full-fledged animal lover like we are, but most people that do get into this business are full-fledged animal lovers. And, were you that kid? Were you that kid that came home with a puppy every other week or a kitten every other month? Were you that kid? And very, very important. You can't be a teacher if you don't love kids or admire kids. So you can't really do dog grooming if you don't love animals. I mean, it's just a big part of it, And second, can you handle them? You could love them all you want, but unless you know how to handle animals, you're going to run into a big, big problem if you try dog grooming. Listen, I love horses, but listen, I can't handle them. I went for a pony ride once when I was 6. But I'm not going to be trying to, pull the reins on a horse anytime soon. And I do love them. So again, can you handle them? And when we say handle them, do you know how to pick them up properly? Do you know how to keep them on a table properly? Safety? Can you stay away from the mouth of a biting Jack Russell that's coming around on you when you're trying to clip its nails? You have to be able to handle these things. Another thing is, do you have good hands? Are you good with your hands? Anthony's good with his hands, but that's not in dog grooming. That's a whole nother topic, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But here's the thing too, with getting back to handling them, I feel that like all dogs have like ADD. All dogs suffer from attention deficit disorder. You got to be able to, keep their attention. It's like Anthony. He suffers from ADD. He's like a sloth with ADD. Because you're slow.
Thanks. Yeah. You know what? Dogs also suffer from something called AHL, aggressive hair loss, just like my dad.
Okay. Right. I got you, man. And I'm not wearing a hat today either. Yeah. You always make me feel really good about myself, Ant.
Oh, you too. Yeah. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Well, me and my ADD will just, we'll hang out here. You talk.
Oh, man. So anyway, let's get back to this. So are you good with your hands? Do you have a steady hand? Can you hold scissors? Can you do precision cutting with scissors, with clippers, with blades? I mean, this job, being a dog groomer, it's extensive. Just look at any one of our videos. Go to our YouTube channel. Go to Grooming by Rudy on YouTube, and you'll see what I'm talking about. You have to have precision. You have to be able to scissor under eyes, scissor the face, scissor ears, without hurting the dog. Very, very, very important that you know how to handle tools, you know how to handle brushes, clippers, scissors. These are the things that make a dog groomer, of course, along with loving dogs and being able to handle them,
Yeah.
Another thing you have to focus on too is, are you good with people? It's not just dogs. You have to be good with the owners too. You have to establish a trust. 9 out of 10 times when people drop off their dog, they're nervous about it. They don't want to leave their baby. So you have to reassure them. You have to be good with people. You can't be the type of person that's going to be standoffish or mean to a person. You might be really great with dogs, but you don't get along with people all that well. It's still, you got to kind of hone that wheel too, and be an all-around good dog groomer, meaning, keep people calm, reassure them that their dog is going to be fine. And then in doing that, you have to step up and make sure you do keep their dog safe and out of harm's way, and try your best not to hurt them in any way. So you got to be good with dogs and people.
I feel like because as a groomer, you forget to put yourself in the customer's shoes, because if you're a dog groomer, you don't have to take your dog to a groomer, because I would assume that you do it yourself. So, you have to kind of understand where the customers are coming from when they're a little bit nervous and stuff. Imagine you had to drop your dog off somewhere and somebody was going to hold scissors up to them. I mean, you get nervous when you take your dog to the vet, right? So, it's the same thing. It's the only time a groomer actually feels kind of like what a customer feels is, this person has to leave you their family member, their little family member, and then go about their day. So, of course, they're going to be nervous and they have to trust you. Otherwise, they're going to go somewhere else, or they're going to give up on the process and altogether. And then the dog's going to end, that's not good for the dog. So it all starts with first impressions and feeling, being able to deal with people and understand customers. It's very important.
Right, exactly. It's a good point. And a lot of dogs, too, in the situation, they're not great at getting groomed. They don't want to get groomed, and some of the owners know that. So, again, they're kind of apprehensive because they never want their dog to be the bad dog or, the dog that gives you a hard time either. So again, it's kind of like sending your kid to school. You don't want your kid to be the bad one. Right. And again, like you have to, as a groomer, like for example, you have to be able to handle the whole concept of dog grooming. It's not just grooming dogs. It's not an easy thing. It's actually a very, very, very difficult job to have. For example, we have a dog coming in tomorrow, first time groom. The woman said that her dog hates when you touch its rear. Okay, well, listen, this is going to keep me up all night.
Sure.
Because now I have to worry about touching this dog's rear. She says the dog will bite at you when you touch its rear. I'm not so afraid of getting bitten. It's not the getting bitten part that bothers me. It's just that if I'm working her rear or shaving her butt area with a blade and she comes around and jolts, I may cut her. She may end up getting nicked. And this is what the bigger fear is that we never want to hurt the dog. But even a dog coming around trying to bite, in that motion, if you're shaving a belly, if you're shaving like a penis area or something like that, if they come around and go to bite you, you can cut them. Again, these are the things that you need to handle as a dog groomer, and you have to put yourself somewhere and say, okay, I'm not going to let my fear get the best of me. I have to feel confident about this and do whatever it takes to make that dog feel comfortable enough to allow me to do this, all in your first introduction of that dog. There's no time to get to know the dog. It's you have to kind of just hit the ground running with this and be able to handle a dog that doesn't want to get groomed.
Yeah. Usually is if like for like small dogs, you see usually the first thing we do is either me or you, if it's small and lets us hold it, is the first thing we'll do is kind of like put him in our arms and kind of walk him around the store a little bit, and just to show we're not going to hurt
sniff.
you. Yeah, sniff around, sniff the
let
air.
him sniff around. Yep.
Yeah. We try not to, we don't really put them on the ground too much because you just, you never know. It's just safer to hold them, but we still give them like a tour almost like, hey, look, This is where you're going to spend the next couple hours. Feel, I hold the small dogs like close to my chest, kind of like, feel my heartbeat. I'm not freaking out on you. I'm not scared, because dogs will pick up on all that. Your fear, if you're nervous, you got to chill them out a little bit.
Sure.
For, a new dog. That me, I pretty much do that with any dog that lets me hold it because we love dogs. But, especially with a new one, because you got to kind of let it know, hey, they're going to come back for you. Everything is okay. We love you. We're not going to hurt you. We're going to help you. You need this. And, it's a small step. Doesn't always work, but,
you're trying to keep the people calm. You're trying to keep the dog calm, and you're trying to keep yourself calm because, again, you just want to be able to groom that dog and give it back in one piece, and give it back not only in one piece, but smelling good with a new haircut. You want to be able to do your job, but the job is not always as simple as it seems. And it's always different with every dog. You know, even a good dog, we always say this, even a really well-behaved dog is a challenge to groom.
Sure.
You know, it's just that type of job.
There's nothing easy about it. It sounds impossible sometimes, but you have to create a stress-free environment out of an environment that can be very stressful. So it sounds impossible, but it's totally possible and completely necessary. So you have to figure out ways to do that, because the experience needs to be all around good. Like you just said, it has to be good for the customer. It has to be good for the dog, you know, and it has to be good for the groomer too, because you're not going to want to do the dog again if all those things weren't met.
It's true. You as a groomer, I mean, some groomers can handle more than others. I can't handle a whole lot. You know,
some groomers are fearless. You know.
I have seen some groomers just fearless, which I guess that's part of it too. You do have to put yourself in a mode of confidence like that. But another thing you have to think about too is, are you good on your feet? And I mean, not dancing. I don't mean going out ballroom dancing.
I thought that's what you meant.
I mean, are you good standing for really long hours? Because that's a whole nother thing too. You're usually standing up. It's very, very physical. You're standing all day, usually on a hard floor, because most dog grooming shops have tile floors, so it's easy to clean. So you're standing on a very hard floor. Yes, there are some things. There's some mats you could put down to help out with that. But in most cases, you're standing all day. I have very bad varicose veins, but I've had my varicose veins since I was like 4, though. Like, you know, I just inherited them from my dad.
Well, he worked hard.
He did, but man, my varicose veins are gross.
My varicose veins are popping.
They're popping and locking. Yeah,
they're popping and locking.
Varicose.
What did you say that one day that cracked me up? We had a horrible day. It was like a 10-dog day, and it was long. And you, what did you say?
I said, Aunt, I feel like I'm standing on my ankles right now. like I have no more feet.
Right,
it's just ankles now.
Right, the feet are done.
My feet were numb, you know? I had no more feet.
I couldn't hold. You brought me to a knee with that. I thought that was so funny, and I know it was a bad day. It wasn't a great day. We did get through it, and I just remember that's what you said to me when you put the last dog away and you were finished. You said, "Ann, I feel like I'm standing on my ankles." I took a knee, laughing because I just thought that was so funny. You didn't get a chance to sit not once that entire day. I'll never forget it.
It was like a 9-dog day. We worked like a straight 8 hours. I didn't sit once, you know. But again, man, this is what you could look forward to. It's a very, very hard job. You know, again, loving animals, great, but not enough. You really have to be.
Unfortunately,
in my opinion, you have to be in shape for this job. You have to be good socially in all aspects, people, dogs, you know, you have to socialize with the dogs, and, you know, you have to keep everybody safe too. You're babysitting all day. You got a 9-dog day. The dogs have to actually get to know each other too. Not that we let them mingle with one another. We keep them all in separate crates. It's much safer, in my opinion. That's how we do it. I think it's funny. A lot of the dogs that are on schedule, on the same like 6-week or 4-week schedule, they all get to know each other. I think it's hysterical. They see each other every 4 weeks, and they start, hey, it's you again. How's it going? You know?
Absolutely. Our cages, it's hilarious because our cages that are lower to the floor, all the dogs that like you said, they know each other. When, you know, they'll come in and they'll go up to the cages and they'll sniff and they'll wag and they'll say hi. And
oh, you got some poop stuck to your butt today. Whoa, what were you doing in the past 4 weeks?
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yeah, you know.
Hey, Johnny.
Johnny, did you check out Muffin after grooming? Looks pretty good, you know what I'm saying? I think I might ask her, you know.
I haven't seen her in 4 to 6 weeks. She took about a pound off.
You know, she's looking good, you know. How are the dogs, you know, John Travolta all of a sudden?
I don't know.
You know?
I was just wondering that myself.
I don't know.
We just started.
Funny.
It was fun, though.
That's fun. It's good. No, it's true, though. If they could talk, I think that they would. And, you know, and some of the dogs are really pretty and handsome. We get certain dogs that are just so pretty and they would make a good couple. You know?
All the time. All the time. And some of them did. Well, remember, even with Lacey, we had my dog, Sushi, at the time. Yeah, and then we had he was, I would bring him into the store all the time, even if he didn't need a grooming, he would just kind of hang out. And he liked it here. And then we had a black pug and
Lacey.
Lacey, and they loved each other.
It just it was like they both knew that they were pugs.
Exactly. Yeah. I got to find that picture. I took a picture of them. I got to put it on our Instagram.
They're so cute.
Yeah, we kind of made them into our little like pseudo couple because our pug was handsome and Lacey was such a pretty little pug.
She's so cute.
And she still is. And so they were a nice little handsome cute couple.
Yep.
I think Springers are beautiful. They're pretty. Springers are actual pretty dogs.
And the Bichon that won the Best in Show in Westminster. What a beautiful dog.
Yeah.
You know, dogs are just beautiful. And again, it's one of the things that we love to do, the dog grooming thing, is because we are around these cute little pups, you know, so in that sense, it's a lot of fun. But again, we want to talk about, you know, do you have what it takes? Do you want to do this as a profession? Again, keeping in mind, very, very physical, very, very physical. So.
Right. Yeah, it is. All right. Well, we're going to go to break and we're going to elaborate a little bit more when we come back. You're listening to Groomer Humor on Pet Life Radio.
Does your dog itch, scratch, stink, or shed like crazy? Come to Dynavite for help. Order a 90-day supply of Dynavite. Pick up 2 bottles of Lico-Chops, get the 3rd bottle free. New improved Lico-Chops with omega-6, omega-3, vitamin E, and now 6 extra direct-fed microbials. Even better for the digestive tract and immune system. And dogs love it. Try Lico-Chops. Buy 2, get 1 free. This is Henry Lukasevic for Dynavite.
DINOVITE.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back to Groomer Humor on Pet Life Radio. I'm Anthony Ray, hanging out with my dad, Rudy V, talking about if you have what it takes to be a dog groomer. We covered a lot of stuff. We covered, do you love animals? Can you handle animals? Are you good with your hands? Stuff like that, all that stuff along those lines. And some of it's very challenging, but we're about to start going into some of the more positive things that, more pro than con.
That's right. As difficult as the job is, it's also a very, very rewarding job. Nothing feels better than, cleaning a dirty dog, making sure that that dog is clean, that hasn't been bathed in weeks, or, defleeing a dog that has fleas and has had fleas for weeks, if not maybe even months. There's nothing more rewarding than killing those fleas and making that dog feel comfortable. So as far as, I don't think that there's a more rewarding job than dog grooming. It's right up there with, teaching or anything else, or even like a dentist who helps someone with their, a cavity and making their pain go away. Very, very rewarding, as much as it is difficult.
Yeah.
It's just one of the many things that we love, or you could look forward to in becoming a dog groomer.
Yeah, I remember when we did that, we had the dog, we had the flea dermatitis video that we posted on our channel. This poor thing, he had flea bite dermatitis. And, the poor thing, and it felt so good to help him out. And we got all the fleas, and he was so thankful, and it was soothing. And it was like, it was very rewarding. To not only help this dog, but to be able to have the opportunity to make a video about it, where hopefully we helped a lot more dogs that have that.
Yep, you could just see the smiles on their owners' faces, when they come pick up. Now the dog's getting all this attention, and he's going home and he's getting all this attention because he smells good and he feels good. Just getting that reaction from the owner as soon as you bring the dog out. Usually.
Usually.
We're
pretty fortunate.
Yeah. Again, you're going to get that, oh my God, she looks so cute, or he looks so beautiful. He's so shiny. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
every so often, yes, you are going to get that. I don't like the way he did his bangs.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
A lot of times the favorite phrase is the last time.
Yeah, the last time.
The last time it was a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You mean the last time you didn't call me, for 6 weeks to tell me what you didn't like, and now you want me to fix it? It's a little too late, right? So, but again, we're getting back into the cons.
Yeah. Sorry. And we're slowly turning into John Travolta again.
The last time they groomed my dog, I didn't like the way the bangs came out. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Jesus Christ.
Jesus, where's Double J? Get Double J down here.
Shape up with the groomers. Hey, you don't like it.
All right.
Oh, that's a funny video.
I'll tell you something. This is the last time I bring my dog here, all right? But anyway, another thing is that we get to play with the dogs.
Yeah.
After all that hard work, it's the best time because the dogs feel good now. Now we can pet them and we can tell them how good they were. I mean, they're dogs. Who doesn't want to be around dogs and puppies? It is fun. That part of it is amazing.
Right. This is where the part of do you love dogs comes into play, because it's also important, not just on a they're so cute level, but it's now you can play with them and, spend some time with them, because that's when a dog's on the grooming table, that tends to be a completely different dog than when they're finished and happy and comfortable again. And they want to play with you too, most of the time.
Exactly. Yeah. Because they're so happy to be groomed. And, a lot of the dogs, especially the really well-natured ones, they know when they're done. As soon as you get like the finishing spray, or we just give them that, what a good dog you were, they start wagging their tail. As soon as I pick up the spray, they know they're done. They're so happy to be finished. It's exciting. It's just fun to be around dogs and cats. Again, that's the part of it that, like you said, and that you just love. That's where the love comes in. And
dogs, they have a lot of love to give. Sometimes, sometimes we say, grooming is difficult. Well, sometimes it's difficult not because the dog is a biter or aggressive or anything. Sometimes it's difficult because the dog just wants to play with you the whole time. That's how kind and loving some dogs can be, where it's like you have to actually stop playing and having fun.
Exactly.
You got to work on them, and that's a challenge in itself. But that just goes to show that dogs really, most dogs anyway, really they love you. They want to play with you. They want to hang. They don't want to work any more than you do.
Exactly. Yeah, and you know what? That's a good point. It is work to them. For them to have to stand there and be obedient. It's a high expectation to ask of this animal that would much rather just be running around his backyard or laying down on his favorite couch somewhere in his house. So the dog is actually working with you. It's a really good point. It's not just you working. The dog is working too. It really is, as weird as it sounds, you have to come together. You really do have to mesh with the dog on every level. And that comes with time too. It's not something that you do right away. When you first start dog grooming, you're going to be learning something about dogs and yourself your entire career. I mean, I learn every day. Every single day. As long as I've been doing this, I'm still learning every day. And your veteran dog groomers out there know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's something that you start to kind of really mesh with and tap into.
Well, that's why I love where we're at right now. The industry itself, us doing the show, us having the channel, other groomers that have successful YouTube channels that I hope keep going themselves, where there is so much information out there now, so much more than it was. And it's so important, even just thinking about things on the level that we're discussing them right now, showing love here, showing love there, like play, hold the dog, whatever we're talking about is also important. It's stuff that wasn't really being discussed on this level earlier. I was doing some research the other day, and I read that since 1994, the pet industry as a whole it's risen 269% since 1994. Yeah.
Wow.
It's getting huge, and the grooming industry alone has turned into a $42 billion industry.
$42 billion?
Yeah.
Whoa. What groomers are making that? How come they ain't called me? $42 billion. Jeez. Really?
Damn. It's out there, man. I know. What'd you make?
I made like $42 yesterday. Damn.
No, I know. It's
crazy.
It is crazy. But I love the direction that it's going in. I love that And over time, we're going to be reaching more and more people. And other groomers are doing the same thing, and it's a good thing. I think we mentioned this in last week's episode or the week before, where I want groomers to sort of it needs to be like hands across the world with groomers. Yeah. This is not something that should be competitive in any way. I think that there, like groomers, multiple thousands and thousands of all these groomers should only exist because certain dogs take to certain people better. But I don't think that any groomers should be in competition with each other, because we're all doing the same thing and we're all trying to help these dogs. And no groomer ever started grooming because they hated dogs. So
exactly.
I want to help other groomers.
Right. I don't think you could do this job if you hate dogs. You just can't. Or a vet or a trainer. If you don't like dogs, and forget right off the bat, you could forget everything, because that's just your patience will be limited, and along with everything else. But with those statistics, the 42 billion, the 269% rise, I mean, it just poses the question of, like, we need more groomers. We need more vets. We need more trainers. We need more schools. We need more young people getting on board, looking at this, or not just young, midlife people or older people, whatever. We need more people looking at this as a profession, not just something that they do on the side. A lot of groomers are making a decent living doing this, and really should be, in my opinion, be making even a better living. Right. I personally feel groomers are underpaid. Sure. But that's just my opinion, and not that I am, because I'm doing okay. It's just that I think there's a lot of groomers out there that, they might just not be in the greatest of areas, or there's a big difference between having a grooming shop in Manhattan and, having a grooming shop in somewhere, on a farm in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? So I think the profession, again, going along with the industry, is on such an uprise that we really do need to address maybe the problem of just not enough outlets, not enough schools, not enough people teaching. That's, again, part of our show. We want to get it out there. We're looking to teach, just our YouTube channel alone. I mean, we're just trying to get as much info out there. I personally want to get young people started. I think that it's a great industry to get into. And I think that it's only going to grow and get better. Like you said, it's just going to get better.
I think that it's important that people look at animals in general as this one huge ball of what should be a profession. I think even if you're just a pet owner, you should still be a professional at that. Like, you should be a professional dog owner. And honestly, they are making strides to make sure that happens. We had a customer who was going to adopt a new poodle. You should have heard the questionnaire that they had him doing. He was he was telling us about it, because at the time he thought it was from the breeder. They aren't even letting you get dogs anymore. Unless they're looking for experience. They're looking for, what kind of, like, they want to come to your house and check it out. And honestly, I love that.
Me too. It's like adopting a child. They want to know that the puppy that they place in your home is going to a really good home, that you're familiar with them and you're familiar with that, having a dog. And some of them are kind of a little apprehensive as far as, like, first-time dog owners. They really, really want to make sure you know what you're doing, what to expect. Again, it's just all this information, crucial to the industry. We're dog groomers, so we're pro dog groomer. We really want to reach out, like you said, to other groomers. And again, anybody looking to get into this industry, do your research, contact us. If you have any questions, suggestions, contact us. You could reach us right through Pet Life Radio. Send us through our channel. Send us an email. Any questions you might have. I mean, because we can only do so much in a half an hour show. There's so much more to dog grooming than just what we've talked about today.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of that, real quick, I want to, while we have a second here, we're about to wrap up, but whether you're listening to this on Pet Life or you're listening to it on our channel, we want to thank you guys who are listening and who are watching our videos, because over the last couple of weeks, our channel has really gone insane, and we're like super excited about it, where we don't even know what to do anymore, where it's like, wow, okay.
All right. So I wasn't expecting that.
Was not expecting that. We posted a video like 3 weeks ago. It already has almost 10,000 views, and it's just like, wow, like, it's moving. And we've been getting a lot of comments lately that are really, really nice, and from you guys out there who just love pets and just giving your insights and giving we're getting emails to just requests even like, oh, can you do another Sheltie video? Can you do another Schnauzer video? So we're reaching people and we're getting the exact response we want. We're not even just looking for thank yous. We want more questions. We want requests because that means that you're watching, maybe you're watching a video on a Sheltie and then you're saying, okay, but I have a Schnauzer, so can you do something with that? That means you're taking a serious interest in it, and you're not even, our subscribers aren't just subscribing even just because, oh, like these guys seem nice. Like you're subscribing because you want more information and you're taking an active role in being a better pet owner or a potential dog groomer or both. So I don't know. I wanted to thank you guys for that.
Absolutely. Yeah. I want to thank all the people that have subscribed to our channel. We so appreciate it. And like you just said, the channel's going nuts. We've gotten like, our subscribers are up like whatever, 200%, 300% this month. So we really, really appreciate it.
Right. It's been a great month and an exciting month for the channel. And it's just, we have so many ideas and stuff. I mean, it's only two of us, so it's hard for us to pump out more videos and stuff. Luckily, we have the radio show. That's our most consistent thing. So we get to at least address some questions and some topics that come up in emails and stuff and try to answer as many questions as possible. But for you guys who have subscribed already, just thank you so much. And just, keep coming back because we're going to be posting a lot of stuff and spread the word if you can to any other pet owners, friends that you have that might use our help, could use our help. And we love you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. We do. I just want to say one thing before we go, and you can wrap it up. I just want to say, if there is anybody out there that thinks that they do have what it takes and you truly, truly love animals, go out there, take some action, find out if maybe dog grooming is for you. And if it is, take some action, get into a good grooming school, and definitely good luck to anybody that chooses this profession. I'm excited to see it grow even more.
Oh, yeah. It's going to grow.
Yep.
All right. Thanks so much for stopping by, guys. As always, we'd like to thank our producer, Mark Winter. Thank you so much, Mark. If you haven't done so already, head on over to our YouTube channel. It's called Grooming by Rudy. That's Grooming by Rudy on YouTube.com. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, ask us questions, all that stuff. We want to hear from you guys. You could also like Grooming by Rudy on Facebook, follow Grooming by Rudy on Instagram, and you could also follow Grooming by Rudy on Twitter. And it's been an absolute pleasure. And until next time, take care of yourselves and your pets.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.